has to be one of the biggest scammers I've ever seen. Dude, that's trademark violation. You can't do that. You can't sell Voltron, Dragon Ball Z, any of those things whatsoever, because those are all trademark items. They're owned by companies. I gotta look at this. So my personal Voltron helmet is gone. No, dude, it's not your personal Voltron helmet. Because if you made this, say if you, if he 3D printed this, if he 3D printed this helmet, he did 3D print it. If he 3D printed this helmet, that means you made a copy of a licensed material, which is actually Voltron. It's a licensed company right here. You can't do that at all, period. That's actually against the law. This is what they warn people about who basically, who do touch people's copyrights and trademarks at the end of the day. And he did that nonsense by making money off Frankenstein. But you can't do this. This right here is against the law. I know for a fact. You can't copyright, you can't 3D print Voltron's head and sell it for $500 because it's called trademark violation. You can't do that. So you got a table right now full of very serious violations. Oh my God. This guy right here. Wow. Multiple. Let me see. Now these are collections. I can see these are collections. The Voltron head, you can't print those out. That's against the law. That's okay. People that had Dragon Ball Z, screen paint, stuff like that. Toy collector. So he's selling off his collection. That's his collection he's selling off. The Voltron head with 3D. I would not 3D print these things at the end of the day because this is a serious violation. But if this is your collection, you can sell his collection off. But you can see, yeah, you're desperate for money. You're definitely desperate for money. Well, of course he's going to be desperate for money. Number one, he's got lawsuits coming out left and right. They're heavy lawsuits. Number two, he can't work. He literally can't work. I wouldn't even, let me tell you something for the door. Documented or not, I wouldn't step foot outside in California because, man, ice is crazy out there right now. They're absolutely crazy. So they're locking everything down. They had a guy who was just out there basically cutting someone's lawn, and they basically grabbed him at the end of the day because he was out there mowing the lawn. That's all he was doing. He was actually a citizen. He was born here, and they grabbed him. So yeah, they're hitting every place, man. Every spot and every place they're hitting it, man. So there's no way in the world he can be working. So he's literally selling off his collection to survive. But that ain't gonna help you, buddy. You got lawsuits coming up, so I don't know how that's gonna work. You're gonna have to sell off all your stuff, man, to just survive. But you can't be there too long because, again, like I said, he's got charges coming up. Crow did a lot of dumb stuff. He's in a lot of trouble. So yeah, there's all kinds of fines. He's just no way in the world that'd be enough to cover what he owes at the end of the day. It's out through the roof. But that's his toy, selling his own toy collection right now. But the Voltron head, when you put 3D print, I'd be very careful about putting the word 3D printing next to anything like Marvel, and nothing like that whatsoever. Because companies will come after you in a hot second, and that won't be enough to sell for what they're going to sue him for. But this right here, this is your collection. I can tell that from the door. This is your collection. So he's selling his collection off. Ain't got a choice. Ain't got no money. He's broke. You can't basically sell paints anymore. He ripped people off in that. He could have basically did well in that, but he decided to rip off his followers and basically steal their paints from them. This is your downfall, man. This is the downfall. He is selling off his collection. Both toy collector, yep. He's selling off his stuff. I don't know what he's trying to get. At the end of the day, you owe us a lot of money. So our lawsuit's about to kick in. Yeah. Stuff is all packed up. But this dumb nonsense, putting 3D, that's the last thing you want to do, is put 3D, anything 3D print under the word Voltron, because automatically that looks like you 3D printed that thing and you're selling it. This can get you in a lot of trouble. But yeah, you are selling off your collection. He's going to sell a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff. I'm pretty sure he's been fined already with the other licenses. He's selling off his collection. That is not a that's not a good sign at all. That's a bad sign that a person starts selling off their collection at the end of the day. Yeah, that's his collection. He's selling his own collection off. But we came in, we saw a 3D print. Don't put 3D next to anything, because they'll hit you hard with those things, man. But he's selling his own collection off. He's broke. He's broke. I told you, if you did pop up on eBay, they took him down right away. Once you get a ban on eBay, you can't. They'll find your account to get rid of it just like that. Because you got people who scam on eBay, and that's why they're on top of that kind of stuff. They'll get rid of your account. The minute you open up, you got to strike against them. But he's selling his own account. He's selling his stuff off. I don't know if it's for bail money. I don't know what it is. But here's the thing about it. Once they get your hand, I don't know if there is a bail at the end of the day. But I know for one thing, he's in a lot of trouble. You can't move. You can't go anywhere. Now with all that, what's going on right down there right now, you can't. You can't even go to work. Yep, he's selling his collection off. So yeah, humble life will make you humble. Life will make you humble. It will. He talked all big and bad, carried on and acted up on his channel. Right now, he's got to sell his own stuff off. And that's not the worst of it. It's going to get way worse than him than that. You're going to be paying taxes on that. Yeah, that's his collection right there. He got to sell his own collection off. Now, we sit there rejoicing because he got something. No, he didn't have to go down this way. He could have did something better with his time over here, man. I did something better with my time, or we could did a number of things over here. Everybody else has them when they come over here, and people come over with the intention to get in trouble, and then you shouldn't be over here if that's your intention. But he could have did something with his time instead of ending up in this situation. Now he lost everything. Now he got to sell off his own collection to survive. Because the landlord's still going to demand that rent, regardless, he's going to demand it. But this is what the devil will do to you. The devil will take everything from you. I sat there and told you the devil will take everything from you. And look at that. He's selling his stuff. And what you're going to do when our lawsuit hits? Our lawsuits are up there. Them copyright lawsuits are insane. Then on top of that, he has to serve jail time. So I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't know. It's not going to help him. It's not. You got lawsuits way over $1 million. That is not going to be enough to do it. And when you tell him a collector that collects like that is going to be selling his stuff, it's because he's desperate for money. That's the only way. I got collections. I'm not stuff that's not going anywhere. My stuff is sitting in a warehouse right now collecting dust. It ain't going anywhere. Unless I die off this earth and somebody else will take it. Other than that, it's staying right in a warehouse. It ain't going nowhere. I don't need to sell it. I'm good. Yep, that's his collection. He'll be selling off a lot more than that. See boxes and boxes he has over the corner, but I guess he's selling everything out. So this apartment's probably looking pretty empty about right now. Let me get those process servers to that front door. You're still going to have to pay either way. We don't want none of the money. We don't care about the money. You're going to get sued either way. It doesn't make a difference. You touch my copyrights without my permission, you're getting sued. That's all to it. So whether you had the money or not, you're still going to get slapped with a lawsuit. You're still going to have it over top of your head. Anytime you see a collector sell his own collection, that is a bad sign that he needs money. Unless you're really old and you dying. But then again, what's the point of that? You ain't taking it with you anyway, so who cares? You're just going to leave it to whatever. That's what usually happens with that. Or they're desperate for money. They sell off their collections. That's when they're desperate. Everybody knows that one. Anybody collects knows that in the day. All them video game collectors got tons and tons and tons and tons of games. They don't sell those things out. They might sell one item, maybe one or two. That's it. But not a collection like that. Not the whole table filled up with all this stuff. Nah. Well, buddy, I'm going to tell you something. You better make your money and make it quick. Because my lawyers hit you at the end of the day. You're going to owe us a lot of money. And you're going to have to figure out some way to pay us. But money's not your biggest issue right now. It's that jail time is what you got to worry about. And if you can't leave, there ain't nowhere you can go. You can't go anywhere. You can't up and leave. You can't cross the border. You can't even get an airline ticket to fly anywhere because they require ID, state ID. Credentials now, they're checking everything now. So he's stuck there in California until God knows what happens. Unless they're planning to disappear. Just pack up and just leave. Maybe be getting ready to pack up and leave and just disappear somewhere in California. Hopefully he'll get found. Well, that's that. I'm going to destroy his life. Destroy his life. Have plenty of opportunities to be here and destroy his life. That's what he did with it. That's what Listen to the Devil does. I'm going to change the entitlement to, yeah, don't put 3D print next to anything. That's the dumbest thing you could ever do. Because that basically would have got him slammed really hard. Voltron. 3D. Don't put anything like that next to anything like that. You'll get yourself sued. They'll come and get you in a hot second or something like that. And he already got problems as it. Like I told you, he's undocumented. So he'll have all types of problems when they come to his door. And then they'll get you in that violation too. So we're going to put down at the end what it is. He's selling his stuff off. I got to put it down, man. It is what it is. You going broke. You got to sell your stuff off. Yeah, look at this dumb. This is the stuff that's getting them sued already. You getting sued on stuff like this already. Yeah, he going broke. He's selling this stuff off. See? All that shenanigans you got yourself into following the devil. And now you got to sell your stuff off. And my company's going to be making millions this year. We're going to be making millions of our new technology. And you're going broke right now. That's what you do get from following Satan. Carrying on, did all that carrying on with the devil. And now look at the situation right now. Yeah, he's selling off this stuff. I make so much. I make tons of money for that technology that we read outside. At $5,000 a screen. Yeah. And this guy is going broke. He's selling his stuff off. See, that's why I told people today, stop following Satan. Stop following him. And this guy was a strong believer of following the devil. Kept doing dumb stuff after dumb stuff after dumb stuff. And the devil's setting him up. Now look at him. This man is selling off his collection. Because that's what that is. That's his actual collection he's selling off. You see those boxes? He didn't print the boxes out. Because if he printed those out, how are you printing up the boxes too to go with it? The barcodes? No, he's actually, that's his own collection he's selling. And as a collector, at the end of the day, there's no way in the world, I don't even want to sell off anything of a collection like that, but that much? Unless I owe money. Or I need money. That's the only way. Other than that, I'm not touching that stuff. That stuff's going to stay in there and collect dust. Because that's what it's doing right now. There's no way in the world I'm selling off my collection. No. I'm not collecting any more stuff because what's the point of that? No point in collecting any more stuff because I'm not taking it with me. You collect the stuff you have today. I collect stuff you can't find anymore. Like this is one of the ones I keep around for myself. You see what this is? This is a 1960 ray gun with the spark system. Remember sparks back in the day? I got units like this and go for about $6,000, $10,000 easily. Mint condition. Because I buy everything mint condition in the package. That's how my collection started. All my toys are vintage. Everything from Thundercats, My Little Pony, Troll Dolls, all that stuff. Care Bears. I got all that stuff. Mint condition in packages. Never open. So if anyone has one of these, they got it in top mint. It's never been touched, never been opened. And it's from the past. Someone at one point thought I had a time machine. Fisher Price, Easy Bake Ovens, all that stuff you grew up with your kid. I got that stuff in my warehouse sitting around. So I was a collector. That's what I was doing. I was sewing off some of my stuff on eBay. And this is the second versions. I always buy them in twos. I buy everything in twos, or threes, or fours, and fives. So I can keep the original, come back for myself. But I was selling them on eBay for my company. That's the only time a collector would probably dip into something. He's going to make sure the only thing he's going to sell is second versions of it. That's the only thing he's going to sell. He's not going to sell the only one he has. Because that's crazy. You may never get that back, ever. That becomes valuable to you. So when you look at when you look at somebody's doing this, at the end of the day, this is a person who needs money. Because that is his actual collection he's selling off. That's his actual collection he's selling off. I'm looking at this, I'm like, the bobblehead dolls? Get out of here with this. Come on, move. The bobblehead dolls and all that stuff right there is in the original package he has it in. So he's literally selling off his own collection. Yeah, he's broke. But you didn't save any money. You made all that money while you was there for all that time. You didn't save no money, put no money in the bank, nothing whatsoever, not a thing. Blew your money as fast as you got it. That's what happens when people don't save for a rainy day. So the business fell through. He's got problems with that. I'm pretty sure they're hitting him up already about that LLC. They don't play around with that LLCs at the end of the day. Them suckers will contact you every freaking day. And then you talk about it, couple of years go by, he's already getting notice to be seen before a panel. So there's all kinds of stuff that are popping up. He got to pay rent. He got bills coming up, all that stuff. And he exactly can't go out anywhere and work right now. Heck, it's even dangerous for you to go out and work. Even if you are born here, it's dangerous. Especially in California. Especially in California right now. It's bad. So even the guy, like I said, there was a guy out there, born here, raised here, in California, Mexican man was out there cutting the grass, and they tried to arrest him. They didn't arrest him. They were able, the guy was recording it, but they were trying to snatch him. And he was born here. So this guy right here doesn't have documentation. He can't go anywhere right now. He's stuck in that house. He's stuck in that apartment. Where he got to go, he got to do. But he's got to make some money somehow. He's got to make some risk or something. And the best thing to do is have to sell that collection, because that's the only thing he has left, is that collection. And that's what he's doing. He's selling it off. Tell me if I'm wrong, buddy. I'm a collector myself. My collection's a little different than yours. I collect vintage from back in time, that stuff. But at the end of the day, my stuff still sits in the warehouse right now. I'm not selling that gun. I'm not selling anything at all whatsoever, because I don't need to. When I die off this earth, it's going to go to one of my family members who's a collector also, and they're going to take it. That becomes their stuff at the end of the day. Other than that, it ain't going nowhere. It's going to stay right in that warehouse. I'm going to pay my fees on that warehouse and stay there and collect us. That's it. Now, if I'm desperate, I need money, and I got to pay bills or whatever, I can sell off my collection. Because that's what people do. They sell their collection, they sell their jewelry off, they sell their jerseys off. They sell stuff at the end of the day they know it's going to sell. If you got a sports guy at the end of the day, collects all the stuff down through time, if he's desperate for money, if he owes money, he'll sell the collection off because it's worth something. So your collection is worth money. And that's what you're doing. You're selling it off because you need money. But you got there and you talked all that trash. That's the outcome of following Satan. Nothing good comes to following Satan. Told you from the door. Now, like I said, am I sitting here laughing about it? No, I'm not laughing about it. It's sad. It's sad he let the devil do that to him, destroy him on that level. But Jamie just wouldn't give up. He just kept going in and going in and going in and going in. Right now, money is not your biggest issue, Fernando. It's time is your issue right now. Time is your biggest issue. Because you got jail time coming up. Some real serious jail time. Copyrights and all those federal charges, post office fraud charge, all that stuff, that carries very heavy prison time. And then the fact that you're using their company's license without a permission, that's even more jail time on top of that. And we got your address. Everybody has your address. So I guess he's planning to sell as much as he possibly can. He's probably going to move out there and try to disappear someplace else. Because that's the only option I see he got. But the problem is trying to find a place that's going to take him. Because the way things are going in California right now, how crazy things are. And buddy, you're everywhere. Your stuff is posted everywhere, which means that all the stuff we've done on you scamming and ripping and doing stuff you were doing is posted anywhere. They can easily do a background check on you. Anyone's going to do a background check because right now people are scared. They do a background check and they see those videos popping up showing the stuff you were committing in Apartment E, how you were carrying on in there. They're not going to touch you unless you're going to go to a family member. And if you do that, what's going to happen is once they go to that property and they find that you're not there, they're going to find all your family members and they're going to go to their properties one by one to figure out exactly where your whereabouts are. Whether it's immigration or not, they're going to come there. I told you that story about my mom who helped out a fellow at the end of the day who got in some trouble. And she was helping him out. And he had a bracelet on him. And his mother had gotten sick and he walked off the porch to take care of his mother. Man, those jokers came right to the door. I had never seen that many police officers in my life on the front porch. I was like, good gracious. They're looking for him. They came there every freaking day. Every day. You know, they searched their place every day. Every day. Got to the point of knowing these officers by first and last names. Like, okay, yeah, I'm in here gaming right now. I guess I'll pause and go to church. There's none of the beds, no place for them to look at. And they leave. Okay, we'll be back tomorrow. They got to do that. They had to do it every day to make sure that that person doesn't come back there, whether they're going to keep going back to all those different watering holes that you spend a lot of time at. That's where they're going to. Your bars, your restaurants, whatever, your church, you're going to go there because they know you're going to be there. They're going to pop up there somewhere. You're going to check the airports. You're going to check any place, transit systems, all that. See if you popped up over there, security cameras, all that stuff. They go through all that stuff. So your family members, if they bring you in, they're going to have to understand that that's what you're bringing with you. That's why people don't like people staying at their homes. If you're a person known for getting in a lot of trouble, they don't want you bringing that stuff to their front door. And you bought a lot. You got a lot of agencies hunting him right now. He's selling this stuff off. They would change the title. It's not trademark. I saw 3D. I thought, oh, he's printing this stuff. Don't, dude. Seriously, you're in enough trouble as it is. No, this is his actual collection he's selling off. Collectors only sell their collection when they need money. That's it. Either they owe money, need money. It could be loan sharks, anything. It could be gambling debts, whatever. Right, pay bills, rent, whatever. They'll sell that collection off to pay it. And it has to be something really, really bad in order for them to go to a collection to do it. Because that stuff he'll never get back ever again. Some of that stuff he will, he'll probably find. It's probably way more now than what he paid for when he got at that particular time. But that stuff he is never getting back. That has got to kill him right now. As a collector myself, that would kill me at the end of the day. That would hurt a lot of pain. But look what he did. Look what he followed Satan. That's what Satan's outcome. That's what he does to you. Strips you down to nothing, takes it all from you. Now I feel sorry for him? No. I told him over and over again, stop following the devil. So he kept coming and coming. He didn't listen. And he keeps on following. It's going to get worse than this. It's going to get way worse than this. He's got a crossroad coming up. And that crossroad is that decision he's going to have to make between choosing God or the devil when he gets in that situation and lock up. But he's definitely going to lock up. Yeah, see the boxes and stuff on the floor. Everything just is not organized. It's all just thrown on the table. He's just trying to get rid of as much as he possibly can. Like I said, I got friends of mine that are undocumented. They don't leave. They're not leaving the house. They're not bringing the kids out. These guys have gotten ruthless now. That's the outcome attacking Christians. Attacked my mother. My mother's a Christian woman, and he attacked her. My sister's also a Christian. He attacked her. The guy who was doing the videos from, he's also a Christian. He attacked him too. It's a very nasty, ruthless things about him. God heard everything you said out of your mouth. Now look at the outcome of it all. It's sad. It is. It's real sad. It's nothing to laugh about. It's sad. He reduced his life to this. That is real sad. That's what following the devil will get you. I tried to warn you, Fernando. You didn't listen to me, did you? I tried to warn you. That crossroad, when it gets there, you had better choose the right side. You don't. The outcome of that is going to be absolutely nightmarish. I guarantee you. Getting that prison system, it's no joke in there. I already did my listen to the devil. It cost me 8 years and 9 months of my life I'll never ever get back. That's gone. That's forever. I could have did something positive with that. I could have went to listen to the military with that. Something. 8 years? You know I could have done in 8 freaking years and 9 months? I could have did something else. But no, I chose to follow Satan, so I lost that time. I gained basically finding the Lord, which I did, which I'm happy about that. 100%. When my crossroad came, I took the Lord. I already saw what Satan did to me already. I was like, I'm done with that one already at the end of the day. I got nothing out of that but freaking prison time. And if the Lord didn't step in and do what he was supposed to do, I would have got a 40 to 80 year prison sentence. I'd spend the rest of my life in jail. I'd have died in there. You better find that crossroad, man. I'm telling you, the devil's going to kill him. He's going to try to kill him. And this is the result of following Satan. And then he's going to sell off everything he got. He's going to have to. That's a lot of stuff he has on the table. He's going to sell off everything he has. The rent in California ain't cheap. Especially not now. It ain't cheap. Spend $3 grand, easy, $3,000 for a 2-bedroom, for a 1-bedroom apartment. A 1-bedroom apartment up here, I think, is around $1,600. California is far more expensive than New York. I heard people paying $300, $3,000, $4,000 for 2 bedrooms. Good gracious, that's insane. Then you got to have like they want 3 months up front. You talking 3 months up front at $3,000 to $4,000, and on top, that's not enough. You got to have enough in your banking account to cover that additional 3 months in your banking account. That's what they're required for. And on top of that, like I said, they're gonna request. They request ID, all that stuff. They want all that stuff, everything. He's going to stay where he's at right now and make do with paying rent there. But the problem is with the place where he's at right now, it's on the radar. So he doesn't know any day somebody's going to pop up on that property. See? That's what I'm telling you. All that from listening to the devil. The devil told you can touch my copyrights as much as you want. You're not going to get in any trouble. Oh, what's just going to happen? They're just going to send you back over. You'll be free over there. Not to worry about a thing. I guarantee that's what he told you. And you went in there and did the dumbest thing ever. And we kept telling you, dude, leave it alone. It's a copyrighted. Send papers to your house. Leave it alone, buddy. They're copyrighted. Back down. Back it down. Back it down. Back it down. And you just kept coming and coming and coming. And now look at this. You got to sell your own collection. That's got to hurt. It would kill me if I had to sell my collection. And then people sit there and say, well, how do you know? Because usually, if you're a collector at the end of the day, if you're going to sell something, it'll be like 1 or 2 pieces. That's it. Maybe 3. But most likely, you want to depart with less. That's it. And the only way you sell something off unless you need money. That's it. Because you're not giving up that collection at all, period. People will offer you to buy stuff from me. Usually go, nah, it ain't for sale. It ain't for sale. That's part of my collection. I ain't selling that. Each one of those pieces is a part of that collection. Any one of those things go missing, it's like taking an arm off him. Look how much time he put into all that. Look at all these different pieces he bought. You know how much time he put into all this? You imagine all the different places and memories behind each one of those items that he has to now sell off. Each one of those items carry a memory. Every single one of them. You got to understand the mind of a collector. He's got to give that up now. But that's not the worst of his problems right now. The prison time is the worst of his problem because that stuff don't mean jack if you sit behind bars rotting away. But he got to do what he got to do for now. He got to pay bills. He wanted to make it look like he was selling the booth, he was making some extra money, whatever. No, dude, that's your actual collection right there. That is your actual collection you're selling on. There are people, like my collection right now, ain't no way in wrong I'm selling it. I don't have to. Lord bless me to get that collection. I am not selling that collection. It'll stay there. It's in my will that when I pass off, it goes to one of my sister's kids. They get it because he's a big-time collector. He'll get it when I pass off the earth. And if he decides he wants to sell it, yeah, that's him. I don't care. But at the end of the day, I'm not giving up my stuff at the end of the day. My stuff's going to stay right there in that storage unit. I'm going to continue to pay my storage fees on it, and that's where it's going to stay at. Now, old box over there, all Atari games over there. I got to go take that over to him right now. He's graduating or something. I got him right here. I got a vintage Atari 2600 still in the box with all the games. I'm giving it to him for his gift. He's a big-time game collector. I get a kick out of that. Can't go back and get that one at the end of the day. Other than that, yeah. See? Got on camera, act smug, arrogant, thought that nobody could touch him whatsoever. God can touch you and the devil can touch you. When the devil touches you, you want God to protect you. But I'm pretty sure God was giving you counsel. I'm pretty sure he was telling you things you shouldn't do. And you did them anyway. Because you were so bent on hatred. You did the same thing what Pharaoh did. When the Lord and the devil, when the devil came in, well, the Lord came in and did all that, came in and did the damage to Pharaoh wouldn't listen. Came in and basically scolded him over and over again, and he wouldn't listen, with all so bent on so much hatred for the for Moses and the children of Israel. So much hatred. And near the very end, he could, when his son died, he could have just let it go. He wouldn't let it go. Devil popped in there, fed something to his head, and he ran right out there, rushing out there, going to kill them, slaughter them. And what happened? He died. Him and all his soldiers all died. You're seeing a perfect example of what I told you at the end of the day, what Satan will do to you. Satan will take it all from you. All of it. Things he's going to have to worry about, you know, depressions or demons. Depression, all that stuff, they're caused by demons. He's going to have to worry about that kind of stuff because the next road, on the road, you're losing that collection like that. it's going to come with depression. It's going to come with emptiness. It's going to come with sadness. It's going to come with all that. And the devil's going to come in and play on that. He's playing on it right now, I guarantee you. While he's trying to hold a straight face through that whole thing, the devil's right there messing with him. Better find God, Jamie. If you don't find him, the devil's going to put something on you don't want. Because they can get in your head and make you do things that you don't want to do. Don't get depressed over that mess at the end of the day. Mine, they're only items. You can't take them with you. That's why I'll let my collection at the end of the day become my God. My collection today is what it is. It's just a collection. That's all it is. I'm not taking any of this with me at all whatsoever. But when you're stuck and down to the earth, then that becomes your God at the end of the day. I would never let anything like this bring me any pain whatsoever. None of this stuff will bring me pain. Because I'm not connected to it. At all. It comes, it goes, that's it. That's how I was able to walk out of that, I had thousands of dollars worth of furniture in there. A new leather sofa in there, recliner system. I had a new patio set up out there. A new sofa, bedroom set up there. I walked out and left it in there. You know why? Didn't care. I'm not tied to that stuff at the end of the day. I'm not tied to any of my stuff here at the end of the day. Because I can't take it with me. It's not my God. It's just here for the time being while I'm sitting here. When I pass off this earth, it's going to stay here. So what's the point of getting sad over something that was never mine to begin with? That's how I see the stuff that I have. It's only here to do its job, and when it's done, that's it. But if you're tied to the things of this world, then that's going to bring you a lot of pain. There are people who worship their cars more than they worship God at the end of the day. More than they love their families. Let that car get into a fender bender. Let that car get into an accident where it gets destroyed. Or bottom line, someone steals it. Watch their entire day just go ebbs and float around them. Yeah, stuck on the things of this world. Unfortunately, that's what Satan did to him. Okay, I gotta get back to work. I got some things I gotta do, and I gotta get set up. I'm trying to get this thing all painted in, so I'm done. I got some videos to do on top of that, not today, but tomorrow. And I got some other stuff I want to get done because I gotta be out here with my screen. I got my surface done. Excuse me, I found a new place to record, so I'm gonna get out there and check it out. I'm going out there today right now. Actually, matter of fact, I'm going out there today and check it out and see how it works out. We're getting rain today. Probably are getting rain today. I don't know. We get rain yesterday. I was at the Blues Festival yesterday. Went to go hang out with some family out there, food, you know, I mean, music, blues, and somebody that like the blues. I tend to enjoy my time out there with them. But it's a shame. It is. It's sad. It's a shame. They allowed it to come down to this. You know what I mean? Anybody, if you feel the need to laugh and about his situation, then mind you, you're going to curse yourself at the end of the day. You bring destruction upon your own head. It's something to laugh about. It's sad. Because it's a shame this man got on camera and talked and predicted my life. Let me tell you something, Fernando. From the day that I basically accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior in that lockup unit, that's the day that my Lord had my back ever since then. He had my back when I was out in the street carrying on, because we didn't, I'd be dead by now. But he had my back. That's when I took up my cross, picked up my cross and started following Jesus. So this is long before I had a YouTube channel, long before any of this stuff ever existed. Long before. Do you have any idea the blessings and trial and tribulations that I have seen from my Lord in that period of time? And then for me to come on YouTube and for you to announce on YouTube that I'm all these things, that I'm this fake Christian, that my blessings are fake and rip off or scam, for you to slander me on that level, and the Lord saw all that. That's why you're in the situation you're at right now. God can't bless his hand because he won't take the cross. He'd rather worship Satan. And when you worship the devil, that's what the devil will do to you. So I sat there and announced right in the middle of that floor. What did I say? I said, if I'm all these things that I'm supposed to be, may the Lord expose me and show me for what I am, right? Then I say that. I said that on camera, right, for all to hear. What happened? Our technology jumped by massive leaps and bounds. Whoever's in the dark comes out into the light. That's what his life is now. That's the situation he's in now. It's sad somebody listens to Satan that much, and Satan does that to him. And the scary part about the whole thing is the devil has so much more he's going to do to him. He's not done with him yet. No, he's still breathing. He's still on this planet. Right now, Fernando has the opportunity of getting saved and finding God. He does. He has that opportunity. And the devil knows it. The devil's going to figure out some way to stop that from happening. I need to get him off the planet. I need to kill him. Because once you die, there is no more salvation. There's no mercy. There's nothing. There's judgment. That's all you have waiting for you on the other side. And if the devil can get you killed and on his side of the fence, then he's a happy camper at the end of the day. But right now, he's working on him. As you can see, he's working on him. But that next stage is he has to literally try to kill this guy to get him on the other side. That's why I sit back and I think all the time that I was out there running the streets denying God, that the many opportunities I could have died out there, and God didn't allow it to happen. Now, if it's not meant for him to be on that side of the wall with the devil, then that means that God, the Lord at the end of the day, he's going to go through trial and tribulations. He's going to go through suffering. He's going to go through a lot of things. In other words, calling out to him. He's calling out to him, but Jamie's not listening. He's bent on basically at the end of the day doing what he wants to do. Don't be that hard-headed. Don't be that stiff neck at the end of the day. The Lord talks about people that are stiff necks. Don't do that at the end of the day. It's going to get far worse than that, my man. Far worse than that. The crossroads are popping up left and right, and you're not seeing it. That's a crossroad right there. When you're in that situation like that, that's a crossroad. Got to sit back and make that decision. Are you going to continue to entertain the devil, or are you going to basically pick up your cross and follow God? Jamie's testimony of what he's going through could be a fantastic story to tell to other Christians that are going down that same road he's going down. God can use him as a warrior in Christ. So he needs to get it together, man. He needs to get it together. I tell people that story all the time. The things I went out and did out in the street, and things I carried on and acted up. You know, I went to the prison system and almost got certified at 18 years old, and all that craziness I had to go through to become the man of God I am today. That's why I'm standing here instead of doing a 40 to 80 year prison sentence. So if the Lord protected me from one of the top DAs in Philadelphia from prosecuting me and giving me that jail time, and protecting me in ways you don't even know about. You don't even know about the things that I went through, things I've seen, even demons, and protecting me through all that. What makes you think these men out here on this earth will be able to lay hands on me or do anything to me? All you're doing is playing Satan's game at the end of the day. This is how you're going to end up. And mind you, in all this, you still have the timer going off. Because remember, you're not meant to be here forever. You can go today or tomorrow from any time. You don't have to wake up. You don't have to come in the next day. You don't have to go out the next day. So you still got that over top of your head waiting to it. Get that timer. So if that timer kicks off and you have not picked up your cross, you're going to hell. So don't even take that as a way as being, anyone takes that as being funny and hilarious. It's not. That's a man who followed the devil. And that's what the devil's leading him to his own demise. Alright, I've seen enough for today. I'm going to change the title over to what it should be. Basically, it's sad, but yeah, he's selling his collection off. That's pretty bad. As a collector myself, that hurts. That's a lot of pain. You don't understand. That is a lot of pain to sell off your own collection. I'm going to just try to keep it as respectful as possible. Sell off his collection for money. That's what we're following Satan will do. And I lost all my stuff following money, following the devil. Bought all this expensive stuff and then ended up getting kicked out, living in the streets. I had to sell my collection off. All this money I made on sneakers and jewelry and stuff, I had to sell it all off to survive. Nice collection, but a shame. We still got to sue him. Rules are rules. Yep, it's a shame he's going through that, but unfortunately, we still have to follow through, Fernando. Have to follow through the lawsuits and the prison time. And Monday morning, I have to make the phone call, so it has to be done. I've given you plenty of opportunities to get out of the situation. We have, and you ignored every single one of them. The Lord told me to go forth, and I have to go forth. I'm doing exactly what it has to be done. In this situation, he can learn. You know, people get in that situation. I'm glad at the end of the day that the person died on me and I got locked up. I'm happy for that. Because you know why? That's how it became me. Who knows? If that person never said anything, I'd still be out doing the same thing I was doing to get myself in that situation. And if that, I might have gotten killed along the way. So I got shot, killed. Anything could have happened to me in the process when I was doing that type of business. So it's a blessing that I went to jail. It's a blessing I went through that whole entire ordeal. I found out about the Lord. That's the best thing that ever happened to me. It took some time from me, but yeah, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Because God knows, if that never happened, that person never snitched, I probably had died. You know, everybody gets that last chance. God calls out to you, get that last chance. As I said, Jamie reminds me of myself when I was 16, getting in trouble. All right, that's about it for me. I've seen all I need to see for today. I'm done.